Welcome everyone to Breakthrough Leadership. I'm Matt DeYoung.
And I'm Greg Yates. Breakthrough Leadership can help you unlock your purpose, live with passion, and become the leader you were created to be.
And Greg and I want to welcome you to this, our next blog episode, which is episode 21. And today is called, Why Should We Care? I want to emphasize we care. You know, Greg, I remember hiring lots and lots of people on a seasonal basis, upwards like 100 people for a 45-day window, and it was really difficult. But one thing that changed that difficulty level is when I started going to lunch with them and hearing their passions and their interests in all this. And it was kind of an accident, really.
Well, yeah, but Matt, if you get to know these people, you're actually going to have to care about their lives, and you're going to have to invest yourself in them. I mean, what do we care what they do when they're not working?
Well, you're giving me too much credit, but now I can see we need to talk about how that can actually be a trainable skill as leaders to really care. So do you have any other examples of kind of framing this up today?
Well, you know, it's kind of a paradigm of business. You know, it's like a myth almost of business, I think. I've heard it said so many times. Very specifically, I remember a time when myself and another one of our corporate leaders was invited to go to a party that was being had by some of our employees, and usually we just didn't get invited. Yeah, strangely enough, if we weren't paying for it, we didn't get invited, right? And I remember hearing him say, "What do I care what they do on their time off? You know, what do I care?
Right.
I have no interest in being involved with them." And all I could think was, what a great opportunity for me to understand what makes them tick, what makes it work for them. I mean, I was so excited about the possibility to engage with them on a level outside the office. But Matt, you know what happens? We hire people, if we're not careful, especially the larger your organization gets, you hire people and you don't want to know what they do outside the office. You expect them to show up, plug themselves into the network, walk into a conference room, you hold up the family crest, the mission statement, and they're all supposed to just be engaged and on board, and you have no idea the wounds, the battles, the perspectives, the environments that they're coming from, and you have no idea what really creates the why of purpose for them.
Yeah, I just picture it, the crest on a shield, and you're looking out behind. You guys get this, right?
Yeah. Oh, and everybody goes, yeah, I got it, right? It's all that, because why? Because for 40 hours or 50 hours or whatever it is, they're here, but they're not really here.
Now, if anybody's getting a little scared and uncomfortable about now going, wait, I don't want to do what you're asking me to do.
It's too much. It's too
care
much.
about people at that level. You know what? I would say I get it, because I've come through this spectrum. Greg, I think you can too.
Oh, man.
It really becomes a fun thing to do. Also, you can see how it's more fun to have people who are on the same page. We say that all the time, and we're frankly never going to stop. But let's go through a couple points so we can take this and make it a skill, not just a scary concept. Yeah. And so the first thing is, when it comes to caring about your people and getting to know their why, if you don't understand, we're going to say you can't be understood. Yeah. Isn't that true?
Yeah, it's great. I flashes me back to Invictus, you know, the poem, the song, whatever. You know, if you can't understand, you got to seek to be understand. Then you could be understood. Yeah. You know, we expect people to just, you know, because they're on our payroll, we expect people to just come in, plug into our mission. It's all about us because we're buying their why.
It's a little flip-flop.
It's not going to happen. It doesn't happen. I don't care what they're saying or what you're hearing. It doesn't happen. If you don't understand, you can't be understood. And I hate to say it, Matt, but if you don't know the things that keep them up late and get them up early, you expect them to just be drones or robots. Then you're not going to be understood. Your mission's not going to be understood or internalized. And like you said, what does that create? That bogs down the entire team.
That's awesome. And so there's another sort of paradigm here. The next step is, if you don't care, then you can't be cared for. If you don't care, you can't be cared for. Explain that one.
Well, you know the old saying, they don't care how much you know till they know how much you care. You know, I always used to think, you know, you know. But the reality is, we want them to care about us, right? We want them to help us so often achieve our goals and our corporate mission. And so many of them are thinking, Matt, I can tell you what they're thinking. They're thinking, Yes, I'm here now, but this is two ships passing in the night.
Yeah.
I won't always be here. It's his mission. And until we are willing to care, and that's just such a broad statement, but unless we're willing to care about helping them achieve their mission, they're not going to care about helping us achieve our mission. And I hope, of course, that that's a collective mission anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is not new news by any means, but we're trying to put it together in such a way that you go, okay, I feel like I can do this. So you have to first understand, then you have to, secondly, you really have to care and understand their why. And then the second thing, or the third thing rather, is if you don't understand their mission, then our mission or the organization's mission can't be understood either. Isn't that right?
Yeah, it's a radical thought for a lot of leaders to think that the way this process works is that first I have to invest in you, Matt. I've got to understand what my team member, even maybe before I've hired them, you need to look for our information on that. Before I've hired them, I need to know what their mission is, what their why is, what their purpose is, what their beliefs are. If I know that, then I can know whether or not they're going to understand my mission. So first, it is my responsibility as a leader to invest myself into understanding the mission of my team member so that I can help them achieve their mission and we'll all achieve a joint mission.
Okay, so then the last one is, if you don't see, then you'll never truly be seen. Yeah. What about that one?
I know, I kind of wrote that down because of my deep desire at this point in my life to actually look beyond the stuff. You know, I mean, we spend so much time, I've spent so much time personally, maybe nobody else has, personally, I've spent so much time investing myself trying to get people to buy in to my mission, to my purpose. And you know what, Matt, if you're spending 40 hours a week for your entire career trying to get other people to buy into that, you're just an idiot. That's all there is to it. You're just absolutely an idiot. You don't see them, and therefore they can't see you. When we see through those surface tension needs, through the vulnerability of somebody's life, and sometimes that happens in unexpected ways, we need to make it intentional. But the epitome of vulnerability is the moment during which true oneness can occur because we really see these people, our people, as human beings with needs, desires, missions of their own, and then they're finally able to see us, not just as the boss, but as a true person who's there to help them achieve their mission. It's a powerful thing.
Greg, today I hope that people watching this video, leaders, aren't saying, I already have a lot on my shoulders. I don't need all this. What we're really describing is an opportunity to take away the resistance that you're working with and the limited leadership that you're operating with. Because here's what we said today in this blog. We said, when you understand, then you can be understood. Takes away the resistance. Yeah. If you care, then you can be cared for. Takes away the resistance. If you understand their mission, they can understand yours. Takes away the resistance. And finally, you said, if you're really seeing them for who they are and who they can be, who they were created to be, it takes away the resistance. This is actually not adding more stress, is it, Greg? Right. It's taking it away.
And the momentum that's created, I mean, the energy that comes as a result, the sense of satisfaction and fulfillment that come as a result of these steps, Matt, until you are willing to experience it, you'll never imagine how powerful this is.
So instead of being draining, it can be self-sustaining.
It absolutely is.
Awesome. And so how would you challenge people to kind of get into this today as leaders?
Well, you know, payroll doesn't create a valid why. That's my preface to the challenge.
Important.
Payroll doesn't create a valid why. Until you're willing to uncover the personal why and motivation of every team member and help them achieve it, you won't be able to become a breakthrough leader. Or maybe I should say that's my challenge. Help your team members uncover and achieve their greatest possible why in their life, and you will be a breakthrough leader.
That's awesome. Really good. I'm excited about this topic, and we've essentially teed up a conversation for you here, and we want you to join in. Maybe this is like best ball golf. Now it's your turn to hit. And what we'd love to hear from you is, how are you going to take opportunities to learn the why of your team at an individual level? Comment below on our YouTube video channel here, or if you're on our blog, that would be great too.
You know, Matt, we have a lot of great conversations about this and similar topics over on our website at morethanbreakthrough.com. I hope you'll join us there.
Yeah, and while you're there, if you're not already on our email list, we would love if you would subscribe so we can send you free leadership resources you can't find anywhere else.
You know, remember this before we go. You can do this. It seems like a big challenge. Maybe it seems counterintuitive, but you can do this, and this will bring you the traction it takes for you to achieve breakthrough.